Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of drones everywhere. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. Woo! Hey, it's Sean again.
It's me again.
Hi,
guys.
Geeks Vana, and he is here because I wanted him here, not because I couldn't get Kelly, because Kelly is playing tennis. No. Okay, we'll see you later.
And not because Kelly was playing tennis, El Smeghead was asleep. Jim Beauchart was Canadian. Oh, no, sorry, I won't go there.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyway, welcome to the show tonight. We've got a lot of stuff here. And I know I say that every show, but I mean, this could be the first 11-hour stream. I'm just kidding, first-time viewers. I'm just kidding. Let me first thank you, sir, for being up at, Alexa, what time is it in London?
In London, it's 1 a.m.
Ooh, boy. Thanks for staying up late. And to all the other Europeans who watch maybe a little bit of this while you go off to sleep, maybe you listen to my soft, soothing American accent as you drift off and have European dreams about whatever you Europeans dream about. I dream about Brexit. On the show tonight is Russ from 51 Drones. He's standing by. We're going to talk with him about why he intentionally splashed down his Mavic Air 2S. I'm just teasing. He made 2 videos about his crash, totaling 3 hours. But we'll tease him later on. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got a great viewer video of the week. I got lots of great... Hang on, buckle up there, Russ. And then we got this quadcopter here that was sent in by a viewer that you can win. And I thank them very much. That was from William Adkins. All that, plus a buttload of news. It's more drone news than you could attempt to even put in your butt. Right now, though, hello, Sean. What is new with you? Tell us what's new.
What is new? What is new is I hear the drone news is going to be on time this evening.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
Very, very exciting.
Yes. Yeah, it should be. Jeff is not out of town. Hey, man, Jeff has a great track record, man. So don't go picking on. Hey, don't you pick on Jeff? That's my job. Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, our favorite sponsor, the sponsor that keeps the lights on and keeps me from having to live under a bridge, the Cadillac of processed meat. I'm talking about Pigeon Jerky, everybody. Oh, that's not it.
Oh,
stand by. We got to start it over again. There we go. That's not Wirecast. That was my fault.
Pigeon Jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow. Yeah. And it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky,
the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah. Thank you, Pigeon Jerky, for providing the official snack of TNL. All right. Now, I mentioned the prize. I mentioned that. Oh, we are trying slow chat tonight. You may have noticed that, and some of you may be disappointed. What? I have to wait 10 seconds between chatting? Yeah, that's in an effort to keep the Nazis out. Because, man, I really thank all of you moderators for knocking down that whack-a-mole that visited last week. It doesn't happen that often. I don't know how these people find our lowly little stream here, but boy, you guys really just you knocked them out, and I appreciate that. If you would like to be a moderator, it does help to be a member, and you can plead your case here. If you've been just dying to be a moderator, KenHeronUpload@gmail.com. Just put in the subject line, moderate me, and then and then give me a reason why, and then I'll look to see if you're a member, and then I'll make a decision. By the way, no, it's not a requirement. It's not. I don't require anything like that. But Levi Stauffer became a member of the Heron Birds and was a member of the Heron Birds for like 2 minutes, and then upgraded to the Pigeon Jerky gang. So thank you very much. He became a member twice. Thank you very much. And I want to thank all the other people who did super chats. The Mojek with a 2-pounder. Thank you so much. Pound it. And Dynadrone with $5. Let's get this party started. Indeed. The Mojek says, choo-choo super chat train. It doesn't look like a train has started yet, but we might have one later. But that just means that we can get into the weekly Beauchart and find out if Kelly Green is finally on the wall. This is from our Canadian buddy, Jim Beauchart, all the way up yonder in, not heaven, but Canada. Well, I guess it can be argued that Canada is heaven by the Canadians. But, ladies and gentlemen, the weekly Beauchart.
Hi, Ken. Jim Beauchart back again with another episode of the Weekly Beauchart. You ever get one of those songs just stuck in your head that just keeps going over and over again? All day, domino dancing.
All day, watch them all fall down. All day, domino dancing.
Well, Ken, I know you're not much of a sports guy, but we gotta talk a little bit about the Olympics, especially that catastrophe of the Canadian springboard diver, 0.0. When she slipped and fell, she was going at an approximate angle of what we call here in Canada as the old Canadian moose knuckle. You might know it as the camel toe, but up here, it's just a little wetter. I don't want to brag, but I think I could win an Olympic gold medal if the women's gymnastics balance beam was a male competition. I've been mastering a 4-inch wood beam since I was a little kid. And I know why they don't have animal Olympics, because in the boxing competition, the judges would be so confused. Both competitors are wearing gray trunks. And now here's a quick one, because as usual, we are running out of time. Did you hear about the porn Olympics?
Oh, God.
Supposed to be some pretty stiff competition this year. On that note, and bye.
Well, it looks like El Smeghead made the wall, but not Kelly Green. Hey, look, that was, anytime he sends me an effort like that, I give him a C plus on that. Now, it wasn't him dressed up as a clown like before. I mean, that was out of the park. But Jim, every week he's been giving us solid entertainment. Sean, your thoughts?
Yeah, Jim Beauchart is awesome, especially because he put me on the wall, which is a truly wonderful experience.
Yeah, it is an honor. It is an honor.
Yeah.
Now, there's something I wanted to mention. Oh, yes, I remember what it was. It was Minefield. Minefield is coming up. Sean, you're coming, right? Brownsville, Tennessee, to the big meet.
Sadly, or perhaps quite correctly, America won't let me in yet.
Oh, they won't let you in. I'm sorry about that. Well, go to Minefield Meet, or you can go to this link. There's a link in the description, and it's happening August 21st. It's a free event. So far, I think there's going to be like over 100 people there, and I've arranged with Mother Nature to have it be just perfect weather. It's not going to rain. It's definitely not going to rain, but we're still doing it if it does. No rain date. It'll rain. Your drone will get wet. Big deal. It'll be fun to hang out with everybody. So here's just some of our sponsors there. Fly High FPV, DPC Professional Cases, and who else? Who else is a sponsor? Oh, yeah, Blue Eddy Portable Power. Thank you, Blue Eddy, for that awesome portable power. I'll have that out there for you to check out, of course. Loom Cube with many, many prizes to give away. I got a whole box load. RemotePilot101.com. Hopefully Jason Schappert will be out there as well. So, and freewellgear.com. They're the ones that provide the prize for the viewer video of the week every week, and we thank them very much indeed. And now, let's get into the news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Heading over into the drone newsosphere, there's only one guy we want to hear from, and that is Jeff Sills. What's happening, buddy?
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations to your guest this evening, Russ. I watched the video. Sorry to hear about your drone, but out of sympathy, sir, I wanted to make sure I dusted off this old hat that you sent to me.
Oh yeah.
He was kind enough to send me the hat, and then the next day told me, "Oh, by the way, I'm changing the logo." I'm like, okay.
That just tells you how much he cares about you to give you such a collector's item. It wasn't that he was cleaning out all the old hats and just giving them away.
No. This is my collector's item, definitely.
Right.
So, all right. So let's get this party started with something that is just going to make Ken happy.
What is it?
Amazon has announced that their package delivery for autonomous drones in the UK has hit a snag, with over 100 employees from that team being removed because the progress in the team has been collapsing inwards. Yeah, the Amazon Prime Air team in the UK, which was supposed to pioneer the company's global drone efforts, has descended into what's been described as organized chaos. Primarily because the company that was supposed to be this great technological wonder hired a whole bunch of people that had little or no technical knowledge of drones, or artificial intelligence for that matter, and put them in positions of authority. Several managers knew little about their work, couldn't even answer basic questions from the people that they were supposed to be supervising.
Yeah.
One employee was even seen drinking beer at his desk in the morning. So that, mixed with frequent turnover in the environment and a rather chaotic, I guess, workspace, has pretty much kind of doomed the project to the sinking ship logo.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do this from my diaphragm.
Yeah, no. Bring it forward. Here comes. This is the gloat, ladies.
Hold on. I've been waiting for this. I thought I'd have to wait longer, but hold on. I told you so.
How many stories have I brought to you guys about drone delivery? And every single time he likes to remind me, it will never happen.
It won't.
Okay.
But Ken, they're delivering defibrillators in New Zealand. Well, yeah, of course they are. But you're never going to get your tube socks. You're just not, unless you live in a big city and you're transporting blood or medicine or defibrillators or something. You're not gonna order your AAA batteries and have them delivered by drone. You're just not.
Yeah, delivery to residential locations of the general public is probably something that is a long way away from ever being something that we can see. But there are functional drone delivery systems out there that are used from point to point.
And do you know why? Not to drive this home too much, but you know why that it's never going to happen. Do you know why all these UPS and FedEx and all these people, Amazon, had drone programs? It was because one person said it in public, and then the other company was like, well, we don't want to be seen as old-fashioned. We better get one going together. It's all about image. We've talked about it ad nauseum. We said the words Amazon or UPS. It's free advertising, all that. We've said that for years. We've been saying that, and they got all the free advertisement. That's what it is. It's all about image.
Even Jeep got into it. So yeah, I mean it's all over the place.
Okay.
All right. So next we have something that is out of the DJI patent universe. A couple of posts on Twitter combined with an inconsistent wonders of Google Translate has brought us this wonderful photograph of a potential drone in a box solution being considered by DJI themselves. This is a patent that they have for, I would imagine, beyond visual line of sight type environments, inspections, etc., where you would need the drone to sit and charge, etc. And it was kind of interesting that they were using the Matrice, 300 series, it looks like?
It looks similar, yeah.
So, yeah, this is definitely going to be probably an enterprise level, tool. I don't think you're going to see Joe Schmo with his Mavic Pro in the backyard with the pop-up box, But
did you say, Jeff, did you say drone in a box? I think we probably have to go back. Let's go back to January, I think it was. Yes.
Oh, no.
January, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, girl, I got something real important to give you. So just grab my controller and listen.
Girl, we've been together such a long, long time.
Such a long time.
And now I'm ready to show you how to fly. It'll knock you off your socks. Take a look inside.
Open it, girl.
It's my drone in a box. A drone in a box, baby. Yeah. It's my drone in a box. Not gonna get you a pair of Spanx. That sort of gift won't get me thanks. Not gonna get you a bowl of rags. You must think that I'm some kind of spaz. Not gonna get you a single rose. Nah, girl, this thing won't decompose. Wanna get you something that sounds like bees. It's my drone in a box.
Wow, that was
Good times.
That
You
was
remember that?
some-
That was a good day. I think that was back in
Oh, dear
January.
God, do I remember that?
You do? Oh, good. Excellent. Yeah, if you're new to the stream, that's the kind of stuff that you're missing out on. Glad you're here.
Oh, boy.
Yes, please continue.
All right. So the next story is out of Thailand, and this originally was something where a lot of people, when they saw this, thought it was fake. But this is real. This is a 6-year-old FPV pilot, goes by the name of Pepper FPV, is actually a member of the X-Blades racing team.
Oh, look how
This
big those
kid-
goggles look on him.
Oh, yeah. This kid is amazing.
Ah, Sean, you can do that.
Yeah, I can do that. I was just thinking, 6-year-old, no fear.
Right, right? Yeah. No fair. He's training his brain. He's going to be, he's a savant.
Yeah, I have a feeling in about 10 years' time, the kids now are going to look back at us drone flyers and think, man, that was slow.
Right. I can only imagine what the hobby will be like in 10 years.
Absolutely.
It'll be awesome. Yeah, that kid's awesome. Good for him. Good for him, man.
Yeah, that's some impressive stuff, and it would be fun to watch what videos he makes when he's 7 or 8.
Oh, he'll
So-
be a world champion for sure.
All right, so next we have a company by the name of Advanced Aircraft Company. They apparently didn't come up with a very original name, but they have come up with a rather exciting drone. This is a gas-electric VTOL drone. So this is a hybrid, and unlike the other ones that use different types of fuels, this one's actually using a gas engine. It's an electronic fuel-injected 35cc single-piston engine that drives a 2,000-watt generator that provides power to 6 independent brushless DC motors. This allows for 3.5 hours of flight time, which is 6 times longer than the conventional battery of a multi-rotor aircraft. And this thing can carry some fairly hefty payloads, too.
I thought I saw. Let me look at the
neat.
picture again. Is that a Hemi? Am I seeing a Hemi? Dual overhead cams. I mean, doesn't look that big, but I can't tell scale from the picture.
Yeah, this is not a small drone. This is a fairly large drone. So this is more of a commercially viable drone. I know that the military has looked at it, as well as some other, I guess, foundations. The company's received $2 million as part of their latest round of funding. So this is something that they're working pretty hard on. I'm be interested to see what a gas electric drone can do.
Is that big enough for toddler liftage? How many
No, this
toddlers
would
can it
not
lift?
be a toddler lifting drone.
Okay, because that is the true test of any heavy lift drone is how many toddlers you can lift. And I found one the other day on this website that you can lift at least one. I think if you want to buy this, I'll put a link in the description, but toddler not included, which is a plus
Yeah.
for me. If I had to take the toddler with it, I wouldn't buy it.
All right. So the next is a Swiss-based company called Wingtra that has recently launched its next-generation flagship drone, the Wingtra 1 Gen 2. It's a commercial mapping drone. This comes with an upgraded camera that's mounted on an oblique angle. It has a wide field of view so that it can fly over areas and map large sections. They recently used it in Zurich to do surveys of the city, and then what they're doing is taking those surveys and remapping the way that the city streets operate to improve the traffic flows and to improve the quality of life in the city.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that's a pretty fabulous new drone.
Looks like it's made by Autel.
It does look like the minute you see anything orange, everybody's like, "Oh, it's Autel."
Right.
Oh God.
What is it? What's wrong, Jeff? Are you okay? Do you need me to send a drone over with some?
This next one hits home in so many ways, because not only was it a Texan that did this, but he did something horribly stupid.
Yeah.
So this Dallas-based tourist, Adam Ismail, 22, decided that it would be a great idea to crash his drone into the World Trade Center.
Yeah. Check out what he said.
I'm out here from Dallas, Texas, and essentially what just happened over the past 4 hours was I flew my drone into the World Trade Center. So I saw this fountain over there, and thought it was pretty cool looking. Sat down in a bench right in front of it, started setting up the drone, and was gonna take an orbital shot, and the circle of the orbit was just a little bit too big. It right before it crashed into that building, I realized that it was backed up a little bit too far from the fountain, and it was moving too fast for me to stop it at the point that I realized. So by that time, my drone was pretty much gone at that point. I crashed into it, got stuck in between the metal and the concrete side of the building. So what they told me that needed to happen was, if I would absolutely need the drone back, they would need to get a crane and remove top panel, middle panel, and then the bottom panel in order to get that thing out, which would be a 6-figure plus job just to do. So more effort than is needed for a $1,200 drone. So I guess I'm gonna just get another drone here soon enough.
I don't know. Maybe if you have money left over for bail. But look. He's lying about the fountain. Nobody goes in where all the tall buildings are to film a 10-foot high fountain with the drone. He's lying about that. He is. He's just covering his ass. That's what he's doing.
You're flying in New York, which is some of the most heavily policed, airspace. I mean, what is it? Neistat was flying in New York all the time and constantly getting in trouble. So why this guy thought it'd be a great idea to go to the center of New York, next to the World Trade Center, and launch, what was it, DJI Air 2S?
Yeah, this is the problem though with information. Not everybody that has access to a drone also has access to all the rules that you need to fly that drone.
Why was that airspace not restricted? Why was there not something set up where would prevent him to fly?
Even if it was wide open, you should know better, because you're going to have to fly over people and cars, and just don't do that. Yes, Sean, you had something to add.
I believe one of the issues there is that although the TFRs, the no-fly zones, don't include that part of Manhattan, it's actually a local government ordinance that prohibits aircraft full stop in Manhattan.
Okay, don't get me started on that.
Yeah,
I defer to the FAA in all cases. Sorry, local guys.
Right. So it's one of those situations.
Sorry, I just do. It's federal. The airspace is federal. Yeah. You can do what you want.
Although, of course, they can stop you taking off and landing, which is the main thing they do. So
yeah. But
the interesting thing about this was that, and I guess this is the other side of this, is that his interaction with the police department afterwards, everything was very calm. There wasn't any arguing, screaming, or yelling. They didn't give him a hard time. He was a good sport about it. They were a good sport about it. So, overall, the whole interaction that he had with them, shy of his drone now being a permanent fixture in the 7 World Trade Center building,
which is not good, because there's a LiPo battery up there now. They're going to have to get it out. They won't charge him, but they will get it out. They won't leave it in there. And by the way, just to be fair to the guy, I would do the same thing if I had just done that. and I got a guy with the camera. Hey, what happened? Oh, I was just trying to film the fountain.
Yeah, I was just trying to save the kitten over there.
Just filming the fountain. No, I know there's a 1,000-foot building there, but no, the fountain is what I was interested in, Your Honor. All right, back to you, Jeff.
All right. So next in the news, this is something that's coming out of Japan. One of the universities in Japan has been doing experiments that they published recently in the Journal of Spacecraft and Rockets, where they're using microwave transmissions to power a drone in flight. Now, it doesn't really sound like a big deal right now because the flights that they're getting last about 30 seconds. It's a 400-gram vehicle. It flies to about 800 centimeters, but it's proof of concept that with the tracking mechanisms and stuff that they have, that they would be able to keep a drone in flight using microwaves indefinitely, as long as they have a decent power source.
Wow.
And this would supersede those drones that use tethers.
And you can cook up a burrito while you're keeping your drone powered up. Oh, cooked it too much. Ooh.
Yes, you could probably cook your food while you were flying.
Yeah, that's smart. Use a microwave to. Okay.
All right. So we have an Olympic gold medal attempt recently by Tony Finau at the Tokyo Games, but he probably had more fun sharing this video where he accidentally took out a drone at a recent video shoot, and he took it out in a way you don't expect him to take it out.
This is awesome.
Oh!
Let's see that again from the other angle.
What?
So he didn't hit it with the ball, he hit it with the divot.
Yeah. The divot of Earth hit the drone and took it out. Not the ball.
The grass. The grass.
$1,200.
What are the odds that a piece of dirt, randomly flying through the air would be the thing that takes out the drone? I thought that was, I guess, an impressive video to share.
I mean, if you can afford to keep whack your balls at a drone. Listen to Uncle Ken, kids. Don't endanger your balls by putting them near drone blades.
All right.
Hold on. The more you know. All right. Back to you.
The United Nations has warned people across the world that honeybee colonies have been declining. And so one University of Maryland professor wants to avoid that scenario by developing a series of tiny drones. So Giannis Alamanana. Yeah.
Who is it?
Can't pronounce it.
What's his name?
Alamanana. No idea.
Wait, what's his name? Alan Manawa.
Giannis Alamanana. Yeah.
It's Alan Manamana. All
right. So he's developing what they call a robo beehive. This is going to be an artificial beehive that would house a bunch of small drones within a larger drone. The drone would then fly and attach itself to a tree or some sort of surface, and then unleash the drones that would then go out into the areas that it could retrieve pollen. These drones would then pollinate the flowers and then return back to the RoboHive. This is something that they're trying to do to help spread pollen, which is something that bees naturally do. And so being able to simulate this and I guess essentially help the bee population.
It's so important. It really is.
Interesting project.
It's so important. Bees are very important. We would die without bees. You know that? We wouldn't be able to eat. We'd die. Thank you, bees.
Hopefully we will get some more information as they work on this, because I mean they have a pretty daunting task in front of them with the processors, the cameras, the sensors, the tracking, the LiDAR system that they're going to need to be able to drive these drones. So it's something that I can't wait to see more videos, more footage come out from them as this project advances.
Interesting, yeah.
All right. So next we have a drone pilot in Canada got some video footage Saturday of officials freeing a young gray whale. This gray whale had gotten trapped in fishing nets.
Aww.
And they had an effort to liberate this 26-foot mammal over several days. And this guy just happened to be there the moment that it got free.
Oh, man. I hate to see that.
Yeah, the fishing group reported that the whale had become tangled in their nets and couldn't be freed. And this was back on July 27th. And so they went out and over several days worked on rescuing the animal and cutting it loose and getting it free. And of course, the happy story is that they were successful.
That's
and
good.
The whale was able to swim away.
That is awesome. Oh, what relief. And he's so happy that he does a little breach here for everybody. Ah, that's him saying, thank you, guys. That's awesome.
Great footage.
We got to be nice to our animal friends.
Yep. And of course it helps.
Except squirrels. Kill them. Everybody else, though.
Wow.
Sean, in the UK, do you have a squirrel problem over there? Do people eat squirrels like they do in Louisiana? No?
No. I mean, we have squirrels, and we tend to set up little feeding things in the gardens for them and stuff. It's a slightly different attitude.
You
towards
encourage?
Them.
You help the squirrels?
Some people encourage. I wouldn't necessarily say overall, but some people do.
Okay. Maybe I've been living in Tennessee too long, but what I do is I feed the buzzards. Do you know how I feed the buzzards? By dropping squirrels.
Yeah.
Ken, you're shooting too many squirrels. No, I'm just feeding the buzzards. Anyway, sorry, Peter. Okay, go back to you, Jeff.
You shoot squirrels. I have one of those little bug assault guns that I can kill flies with. That's about as much as I want to do. Anyway. All right, so the Ehang has been working on a 10-month-long technical evaluation for China's national firefighting equipment for one of their drones, the EH-216F. And this is a drone that will be used, it's similar to their passenger-carrying drones, but this is a drone that will be used in the firefighting efforts, and it actually goes out and it shoots foam into fires, from outside. And this is actually pretty impressive on how the system works.
Yeah, Ehang is a pretty impressive company. Of all the would you ride it type drones, I might ride one of these one day.
Yeah, they have the best proof of concept of all of the different companies.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Was that an Ehang ambulance? How are they going to pick someone up? Hey, just step over the propellers and hop in.
Yeah.
We'll get you to the hospital. Brah!
So it breaks the window, and then it can fire the foam inside.
Oh, neat. Instant foam party.
Yeah. So this is a really interesting and I think exciting new use for these drones, and obviously because of its weight and its size, it can carry enough payload to actually make the work that it's doing viable. The one systems that we've seen here in the United States use a tethered drone, that gets all of its stuff from the ground. This is self-contained.
That's really cool. I mean, you think about all the fires in history where something like this could have really made a difference. It's so great that this is happening. We're living in the future, man. This is so impressive when I see stuff like that.
All right, so now I get a chance to talk about successful drone deliveries. Volansi is one of the leading companies for autonomous point-to-point deliveries, and they're using a fixed-wing vertical takeoff and landing drone that recently completed a huge milestone. It did the first autonomous drone delivery between two separate ships.
Huh.
So two ships that were 15 nautical miles away from each other, moving ships. And the drone was able to take off and fly the distance and then land, delivering the I guess whatever the payload was, which it can carry up to about 10 pounds.
That's
and
great.
It has a range of 42 miles.
That's really great because you know how two ships, if they need to get something to the other ship, they have to pull up alongside each other, and use a long boom arm, or drop a boat in and go to the other ship. I mean, it can be really dangerous.
There's lots of situations where they just need a part, you know, and one ship nearby may have an extra part that they can use. So having this ship-to-ship capability, and being that it's autonomous, is also something great, because obviously ship captains don't want to have to go become drone experts.
Yep.
So having an autonomous system that they can just kind of point and click, telling it to go, is great.
That's great. Let me look at the image again here. Does that say Amazon? No, it doesn't, does it? No.
No.
No, it doesn't.
That just drives you.
Told you so! Sorry, that feels so good. It feels so good.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is out of the University of Zurich. They have developed an algorithm that can find the quickest trajectory to guide an autonomous drone through a series of waypoints in a circuit, which also means they have made a drone that was able to beat a world-class human pilot on an experimental racetrack.
Oh, cool.
We propose a novel method that allows to optimize a trajectory passing through many waypoints by using complementary constraints to indicate progress through the individual gates. The computed trajectories are benchmarked against 2 expert human drone racing pilots. Our time-optimal trajectories not only beat the humans, but do so with much better consistency. To the best of our knowledge, this is the first time autonomous drones actually beat human pilots in terms of speed and lap time. Our algorithms can compute such trajectories for arbitrary tracks defined by multiple waypoints.
Wow. So we don't need Johnny FPV anymore?
Well, no, but I mean, if you think about it this way, they have been working really hard on trying to develop the algorithms necessary for this type of complex flight. FPV flying is by far some of the most complex flying that there is. And being able to have an AI that can study the environment, develop this algorithm, and fly through complex landscapes is an amazing feat. So if you had, an area that had been decimated or damaged, by, some sort of flood or a fire or something like that, and the drone had to figure out a path through a very complex, landscape of debris, etc., a human pilot would have to kind of visually pick their way through it, whereas this AI can develop it as it goes along and get through it faster. This is really amazing stuff, and I don't think I care as much about it beating a human pilot as much as I care about the fact that the ways that this can be applied, not only just in the drone industry, but in other robotic industries, is amazing.
It really is. We're making great strides.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and how this is not so amazing. So we did stories on the guy flying the platform down LA streets, and then the same doofus decided it was a great idea to fly it through New York in Times Square. And so naturally, of course, he's going to try to one-up himself. And this time I think he met his match. Literally met his match.
I hate to see this. So the ball bounced. He missed. Ooh, he missed it. Let's see that again from another angle. Missed the basket, bounced up, right into the blades. Ugh. It doesn't look like he was. Yeah, always right. It doesn't look like he was really hurt that bad because, it looked like he's like 20. 20-year-olds are made of rubber, so he'll be fine. But he could have really messed himself up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, when you do these things and try to show this technology off, there are some limitations you might want to consider. And having the basketball bounce back.
But would we have shared it had he made the basket and not crashed? No, we wouldn't. So, views, medical bills. Hey, you gotta.
Hey, I just do the news.
All right. Well, let's continue with it.
All right. So next we have this is some video from a pilot by the name of Will Strathman, who got some absolutely fabulous FPV footage of a 400-meter relay race.
Oh, neat.
And it has a surprise ending.
Okay. Woo! Close to that water. Do we know what kind of setup this is?
I'm trying to see if it has any information about the specific drone that he used. I don't see a lot of detail on it.
But just listen to the audio. You know, it's much more dramatic without a music track. You know, to do sound design on it like this is really taking it to the next level. But there's a surprise ending, you say?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Not what you would expect.
All right. Nobody loses their Speedo, right?
Then we would need to filter the show, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Oh.
And smile.
So that was on purpose then, right?
That was on purpose, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Great.
That's kind of cool, yeah.
I love the way they did that.
Yeah, very good. Excellent.
All right, so last in the news. Researchers in Australia have been strapping heart rate monitors on sheep because sheep herding traditionally has been done with dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of sheep herders have been switching over and using drones to do this. But the concern is that the drones could be scaring the sheep or harming the sheep. And so the University of New South Wales has set out to discover just what that is.
Okay, and there's a spokesperson in this video, and the subtitles were kind of hard to read. So what I did was I enhanced the subtitles. Okay? So you're welcome, viewers. The words were too small to see, so what I did was I enhanced the subtitles. So enjoy this story.
My research is focusing on using UAVs to herd sheep.
Can't really
My
read
name
those.
is Squadron Leader Kate Yaxley. I'm the visiting military fellow at UNSW Canberra and one of the lead researchers for herding animals and determining whether or not this has a direct impact on the welfare of animals.
Can't really read.
The aim of my research was to see if we could design an autonomous system that considers the welfare of the sheep and empowers the farmers.
We have to zoom in on the subtitles.
In this
there we go.
case,
That's
artificial
better.
intelligence, while also ensuring the social and ethical responsibilities towards the animals. UAVs are currently being used by farmers, so this isn't a brand new school of thought. But what we have found is that there was no understanding of how the sheep
I can read that a lot better.
Technology and the impact of the technology on their welfare. We measured the variations in their heart rates and we found it to be much lower when using UAVs with appropriate approach speed and that the animals could actually respond to the technology. I want to empower farmers to work in different ways while maintaining social responsibility towards animal welfare and ethics.
Yes, emphasis on the ethics. Emphasis on those ethics because, you know, we're very ethical here on the show. Are we not?
Absolutely.
Sean? Were you able
100% ethical.
Aren't you glad that I blew those subtitles up?
Yeah. We really needed to see more of the bottom end of the screen. It's
it's only a considerate thing that we can do. We have a lot of older people watching.
Yep.
And, you know, we don't want them to have to press their nose against their giant screen TV to read this stuff. So it was only fair that I did that. Now,
although they may have been doing that anyway, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Now, I have to go back. Now, what do you think of that clip that I would focus on, other than the subtitles?
Vertical video.
That and did you catch her name? Did you catch that?
My name is Squadron Leader Kate Yaxley.
What is
Squadron Leader Kate Yaxley?
Is that a real name? What the hell kind of millennial name is that?
What, Kate Laxley?
No, squadron leader.
Oh, squadron leader is a rank in the RAF and the New Zealand.
Okay.
RAF
I thought it was like some millennial parent named their kid like rainbow or peanut nugget or something.
Yeah,
I never heard that.
It's a rank in the RAF.
I thought it was a wacky name. Oh, thank you. Thank you for clearing that up.
No problem, sir.
Now, Jeff, I'll give you the last word before we get out of the news.
Let's see. Hoops. Definitely today would be hoops.
Hoops. Thank you so much for the news, and I will see you later, my friend.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Well, that was very informational. And now here is Sean with the first joke of the evening.
How does a penguin build its house?
How does a penguin build his house?
Okay, this is painful. It glues it together.
It glues it together.
It glues it together.
I like that. I like it.
Okay.
I like it. Now, we're going to bring in Russ from 51 Drones. But first, let me go through some of these super chats. And I don't know if I can hear it, but maybe there's a super chat train coming through the station. Not sure. I didn't have time to create a new emoticon, but let me know in the chat what emoticon you would like me to create for members only. I want to thank TJ Grady for being very generous during the pre-show chat. Thank you so much. El Smeghead, as always. Appreciate you, my friend. The Mojek with a $2 super chat. And we've got one new member, Levi, looking for 10 new members tonight. And Sean, why should people become members?
Because it helps to support the most awesome live drone show and drone channel on the planet. In fact, the most awesome in the universe.
And it also helps this channel. And Dynadrone with the $5. Thank you so much. And Media Mike, thanks, buddy, for the $20. $20. He says, good evening, Ken and Sean. Here's to a great TNL. Okay, now they're pouring in. Oz by Drone with an Australian $5. He says, if I can scroll back up, those subtitles will poke your eyes out. Hopefully, depending on the thermostat, ladies. Hey, sorry to the 3 ladies who find that offensive. I know my analytics. It's a sausage party out here. So, let's see. Oh, did he upgrade again? Levi upgraded again to the Razketeers? Thank you, Levi. My goodness. It's like he goes into a shoe store. Man, these shoes are great. Oh, what about those shoes? Well, these shoes are awesome. Wait a minute. There's sparkly shoes over there. That's great. Thank you so much for becoming a member. And we got a super sticker from Newfoundland Drones with a Canadian $10. Thank you very, very, very much. And Artco with a super sticker. Thanks, Art. That's the first time he's sent over some support without a dirty joke. What's wrong, Art? You sick? I'll send some chicken soup over for you. And Keith, D&D Aerial Views. Here's my ticket fee for the train. Yeah, all aboard. Let me tell you, Keith and Adam helped me out with a video we did this weekend where we resurrected an old drive-in movie theater. So I'll be posting that Saturday. Awesome. Yeah. And I could tell you something that would embarrass Keith, but I'm not going to do that because I'm a friend. WHM3 with the $10. Wife says you look nice in the blue shirt. Thank you. You're so nice. Thank you, wife. And thanks for the $10. Mappers2 with the $2 from Mappers2. Thanks for the super sticker. And another member number 2. Salmon Rose FPV, new member. Welcome to the Heronbirds. Thank you very, very much. Now you get one of those cool Heronbird things next to your name, so everybody else, all the other kids know that you're the new cool kid on the block. Gary H with the $20. Choo-choo, biatches. I have not said that in a while. Biatch! And Alien Applewhite. His real name's Alan, but he's really out of this world. With a $5 jumping on the train. Thank you very much, Alien. And Rob Muller, super chat train to Harlem. They've had some flooding up there, haven't they? He says that he's okay, but there are some people that are going through some hard stuff up there. But you know what? If anybody knows how to handle water, it's the freaking Dutch, right? They know what they're doing. Rob Agnew, Drone Rob, a train emoji for the train. That's a great idea. I will work on that for next week. I promise. I swear. Johnny Caffeine. I got to get his sound effect. Where is his sound effect? Oh, here it is. Johnny Caffeine. There he goes. So fast. And then I got to get some train music back because the train is continuing. Oh, I like this one. People around the world, if you like what you're seeing, come on, join in. It's a love train. Rob Agnew gave 210. Thank you. A train emoji for the train. Johnny Caffeine. Updates on the car. No, I don't want to talk about it. But thanks for picking that scab. $5. Appreciate it. JJ Drones. I need to get that. He might not be old enough to remember. Dynamite! Do you remember that? That's an American show. What is dynamite from? Who said dynamite? Let me know in the chat if you're over 50. $5. Finally, I'm able to jump on the train. Everybody's welcome on the train. Joseph Crane is on the train with $5. Love the show. Just ordered my first set of goggles, transmitter, and FPV drone. Oh, you are in for it now. You are in for it now. You have entered a whole other world, my friend. There's nothing like FPV. I love it. And Alexis with the $20. Hey, Alexis. Ken, thanks for the blue wrench. She is now a moderator, so don't mess with her. She's got superpowers. Box number 2 is getting very interesting. Lots of love from Corpus Christi, Texas, with a sparkly heart. Thank you, Alexis. She's been very generous and very nice. She sent a care package my way with a whole bunch of stuff in it. And apparently she sent another one. Hey, if you want to, if Super Chat's not enough for you, if you want to send something, you can do that. Send it here. Ken Heron, Box 1281, Huntington, Tennessee, 38344. All right, let's see here. Genesee, who I'm going to visit in Nashville in about a week. $20 to help stoke that fire in the engine. Yes, everybody's talking about the car. I'm going to get the damn car back. I hope. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Genesee. And Mark with the $20. The stream needs some more subtitles. I agree. It could be the subtitle channel. Subtitles. And So Ill, I think that's how you say it. So Ill, Ariel. Crop Dustin Gable. Let's hear a raspberry from the British person. Do a fart. A proper fart, sir. That was a nice, subtle, subdued fart, as most Englishmen will do. So, that was my Crop Dustin sound effect, by the way. Remember the Soul Train TV show? Yes. Love that. That'd be another great little music song for this. And, wow, the train keeps going here. Been laughing all night. Thanks, Ken. Matt Bugby, Aerial Views. Thank you so much for the $5. The Grumpy Vlogger is here. Hey! $5 from the Grumpy Vlogger. Thanks for resuming the subtitles for my old eyes, Ken. Yes. I mean, the only way we could get those subtitles any clearer is if I made them braille. Martin with the 11 euros. Ken, show us your subtitles. I'm going to have to make a t-shirt pretty soon. Subtitle t-shirt.
It's sticking. It's definitely sticking.
Yeah, it is. Martin, thank you so much. I think that's the first time I've seen Martin in the Super Chat train. Welcome aboard, sir. Oh, okay. Here's Art. $5. Good times, Ken. I performed with J.J. Walker. Oh, you did? Wow, that's cool. I thought it was going to be a dirty joke. Thank you, Arco, for the $5. Jay Young with the $5. I vote for eyes emoji. Ooh, that's a good idea. I give away these eyes from time to time. I can't reach any, but they're eye stickers for the drone. And they keep the birds away as well. I apologize to our guest, Russ. We're going to keep this going for just a minute. I see the caboose. It's rounding the corner. Philip Koshat. We have just been Koshatted. There is Koshat all over the... Whoa, cover your eyes, man. You're going to go blind. $5. Thank you so much. Made it home from work, of course. Wreck my truck reading subtitles. And Ben T is the caboose for today. $11 from Ben T. Here's one more for the kitty. Thank you very much to everyone. All right. And now while I bring in our guest, here's Sean with another fantastic joke.
Okay, which knight invented King Arthur's Round Table?
which knight invented King Arthur's Round Table? Which one?
Circumference.
That is good. I like that one. Circumference. That's a good one. All right, we're calling Russ from 51 Drones. Hopefully he'll be here. There he is. Welcome to the show, sir. Hey, man.
Hello.
You doing all right?
I'm doing great. How are you?
What's new with you?
Geez, I feel bad. I need to give you some money. I feel like I'm the only one in the room.
I'll just wait. I'll just wait for my birthday card because you always send me a birthday card with like $5 in it. You know, like my grandmother used to do, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah. So you've got for people that don't know who he is, you should know who he is. He's got the channel 51 Drones, a lot of great stuff on there, and there's a link in the description if you want to check out his channel and subscribe. I encourage you to do so.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you live in North Dakota.
North Dakota.
North
Yeah, we
Dakota.
just got done snowboarding.
You know what? You know what? I was on the phone with him the other day and I said, "Hey, how's the weather up there?" He goes, "Yeah, we still got a little bit of snow here." I was like, "Really?" I would have totally believed it. I would have totally believed it. No. So your temperature range in North Dakota is what? Like
It was last Wednesday. I think it was. I don't know what day. Someday last week it was 107 degrees Fahrenheit, and earlier this year it got down to 27 below. So that's our range for this year. So
that's no good. So that means you have to buy like a really thick winter jacket and a Speedo.
Yeah, exactly. And I wear them both at the same time.
That's crazy. Yes, Sean.
Because I'm just hearing from the chat that we're getting an echo from Russ at the moment.
Son of a bitch!
Hold
on. No, that's
like
not. It's not your fault. On this shot or on this shot?
Check 1, 2.
Let me check, because you know what? Freaking Wirecast sucks.
Yeah, I got everything turned off, so I don't think it's on my end. Maybe.
No, it isn't. It isn't, and I can't remember how to do it. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, did that fix it?
Check 1, 2.
No, it didn't.
It sounds like I'm in the bathroom.
Does it? Hang on. Oh, I remember. Sean, tell us another joke.
Another joke. Ooh, okay, what kind of car does an egg drive?
What kind of car does an egg drive?
A Volkswagen.
A Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
That's pretty good. All right, did that fix that one? Now it'll be on this one too. Son of a, I hate Wirecast so much. I hate Wirecast. Wirecast, you can just go to blazes.
Do you need me to talk? I'll tell you a joke. How's that sound?
Yeah, say something.
Do you know why they don't play any poker in the forests?
Why?
There's too many cheetahs.
Okay. Now, did that fix it?
Is that better?
Is it fixed?
Apparently now I have the echo.
Uh-oh.
Are you kidding?
That's what they're saying in the chat.
No.
Oh, good now. I'm getting it's good now. Good now.
Right.
Good now.
No, but no echo on Sean.
Sean is fixed. Someone just said.
Okay. Am I fixed?
Good Lord.
All fixed. Yay.
All right. Well, let me know if it screws up again. I freaking hate Wirecast so much. What the hell is going on now? Where's it? Who's it? Where am I? Where's the thing? All right. Oh
Your
man.
first rodeo?
Yeah. Right. I've only been doing a show with Wirecast every week for 4 years.
Yeah.
But they'll do an update and they'll be like, you know what? It's been working too good. Let's shake things up a bit.
Yeah, let's make it confusing just for Ken.
Right. So you recently came back from a little vacation with your family on the lake.
Yeah, I had a little vacation. We go every year.
Yeah.
And it was a good time.
It was a really good time. And I saw how much of a good time you had on your video where you created a very expensive anchor.
Yeah, I did. Well, you know how aquariums have all those decorations, you know, the coral and the little guy with the bubbles and the deep sea diver. Well, I thought the lake could use a bit of flora and fauna.
Mm-hmm.
And so I added an Air 2S to the bottom of the lake.
You're so generous.
Yeah.
Now, you did a video. I have to tease you a little bit, but you know I love you. Okay? Your first video about this was 57 minutes long. And so what I did was I edited down just to the nitty gritty for you. And This gives the basic gist of Russ's video.
I can't even tell you what happened. I have no idea. I lost visual line of sight. Guess what? It happens. And I couldn't see on the screen because it is 98 degrees today. My iPhone screen went dark and it started beeping. I'm like, oh crap. And so I pushed up on the stick and the next thing I know, it said aircraft disconnected. Maybe there was a bird. I think what happened is it showed that I was at 17 feet high, but I actually was not at 17-foot altitude. I think I was probably lower. I'm really gonna miss this drone.
Boom, done. There you go. Thumbs up.
Yeah, but how am I supposed to post ads on that?
Right. So that was the first video that you made where you really didn't know what was happening.
Right.
What happened. And then you make a second video that was 99 minutes long.
Come on, the second one was shorter.
No, you're right. It was shorter. And I fixed that one up as well.
The reason that I crashed my Air 2S is not what I thought it was. And ultimately, bottom line, it comes down to stupidity. Did you calibrate your compass and your IMU before you took off? And no, I only do those things when the app tells me to, or if my drone is acting erratically, like if it's not responding to the sticks properly or whatever.
There you go. And done. So that saves everybody a lot of time. No, I'm just kidding. You can go check out those videos. But what happened?
Well, there's a lot of variables that contributed to this, but the bottom line of it is, I was flying really good that day, and I was like, wow, this is going really great, and I was getting pretty confident in what I was doing, and I wanted to get some better shots at a straight on angle. I wanted to be at the same level as the boat and the tube, and so I flew out there. I got a little bit lower so I could find them and get to where they were. Well, I went out a little bit too far. I lost line of sight. My stupid iPhone went dark because it was freaking hotter than a biscuit out there. And then I just started moving the drone forward, and apparently I had my left thumb on the stick pulling down a little bit.
You had your what on the stick?
Yeah, my thumb. I had my thumb.
You just your thumb?
I fly with my thumbs. I fly with my thumbs.
And then what happened when you did that?
Please God forgive me.
I tease because I love. And
It's
because
been
I'm right.
8 years since my last confession.
I know.
Fly with my
I am
thumbs.
very sorry that happened to you. I really am. It's a horrible feeling to be left
Yeah, it
holding
really
the
was.
controller when knowing that there's nothing you control
There's
now.
no feeling worse. Like when it happened, I just for a second I was like, well, maybe just disconnected, so I'm just going to wait for it to come back. And then nothing happened, and then the realization hits you, and it's just like someone just drops something on your chest, and you're like, oh man, I just lost my drone.
Yeah.
In the water.
Now there's a couple of things in the video that you said that we can talk about that I might disagree with. One of the things, I mean the thumbs, yeah. But one of the other things is you were talking about the downward sensors.
Yeah.
And for years, everybody's been like, yeah, don't fly over water. The downward sensors will mess you up. They don't. They just don't.
Yes, I know.
I've never had a problem.
That, but I disagree. I do, because look at, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. Do you remember? It was before I even knew this. Ed Ricker did a video, and he hovered his Mavic Pro over the water, and he was hovering over the water, and the drone went down over the water by itself. He wasn't touching his controller. The Mavic Pro was sitting there, and it decreased in altitude without him touching the stick at all. So from that day on, I always thought, okay, I'm not going to get that close to the water. Apparently I forgot that, but I think they do. I think they have something to do with, I think the reflection.
Nah.
Because they need contrast. Don't they need contrast to see?
If you're one of these knuckleheads that puts the floaties on the legs of your drone and you want to land on the water, then maybe. But no. By the way, we all agree not to do that, right? Not to put floating things and land on the water. Just don't do that.
Right.
I think Ready Set Drone learned that the hard way too. But I remember Ed Ricker's video, and I think didn't he do that with was that an original Mavic or something?
It was, the original Mavic Pro. Yeah.
But I think they've changed things up, because what downward sensors are the sonic and camera.
And camera. Yeah, but there's a contrast camera. It's not a camera. It's It just measures the differences between the darks and the lights, so it can.
I think it did that on the original, but they've changed it. Have you ever done that calibration thing with the squares and everything that comes up? You can get pretty good image from those downward facing cameras.
Sure.
So
Sure.
And on the newer ones, I think they're different. It might used to have been that you have to, and people were like Phantom 3 were taping over the sensors and stuff.
Yeah.
Don't do any of that, really. They've made it dum-dum proof, which is why I think on the Air 2S you can't even turn those off.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
so bottom line, I'm not getting that close to the water anymore.
Right, right. But what's the final consensus for anybody that's just don't worry about it? Because if it was that much of an issue, you wouldn't have to go through the app to do it. There would be a hard button. There'd be a fly over water button on the controller because
actually should be a good idea. But
yeah.
But I think just don't get cocky. I mean, it's so easy to get cocky.
And you were talking about what is that thing?
Invulnerability.
Machoism, right? Machoism.
No, it's different. Machoism is like
hold my beer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about
I'm awesome and nothing's going to happen to me.
That's right. We're talking about the FAA, what is it? The seven deadly sins. What is it? What do they call them?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
And one of them is invulnerability, and it does happen.
I think it's part of it. I really do. I think people don't consider that. And I think it's more prevalent in the FPV community because those guys get, I mean, I can't believe you get like some of the moves, even you're getting so good. It's so amazing to watch FPV pilots, like just like Ken, original Dobo is just like, dude, this guy is getting really good at flying. And I still haven't done it. I still have yet to do it. I have the goggles. I bought the V2s.
Oh yeah. What's holding you back?
Hoping the Air 2S would have the ability, but it doesn't. I don't know. For me, it's time. And also the frustration of tuning it, the software. I can't figure it out.
That's the weakest link for me. The beta flight stuff.
Yeah. So me trying to figure that out is what is the biggest hurdle for me, is trying to get everything set up.
But you don't really have. You can get a bind and fly that's already tuned and not worry about it. You can get one
send
of
me
those.
some. Send me the link to some.
I will. I'll put a link in the description of this video.
Digital that works with V2.
Well, you can get the DJI FPV POS. Have you flown the DJI FPV POS?
I haven't.
No. Well, that might be a nice gateway drug for you. Just don't get it near the ground or tree or fence or your face or anything.
Or take off.
Yeah.
The version 2 of that will have carbon fiber on it. If they do a version 2. Okay, so another thing that I took notice in your video talking about your crash at the lake was that your crash, and you did say that you only use return to home in emergencies. That is good. People that regularly use return to home, you're just spinning the wheel of luck because
I don't agree with it. I think only if it's absolutely necessary.
Yes.
I've always thought that.
Totally agree. You should always fly the drone back to yourself. In that regard, you did say that you used a lot of automated modes to fly, and this is one of the first times that you were flying manually, which is something that everybody should do. I know it does sound like hubris, but I never use ever. I never use any of those automatic orbiting whatever modes, just because it forces you to be a better pilot to have to do that yourself.
It does, and that's why I was so excited, because I was getting to where, and I don't use them all the time, but I just love point of interest just because it's easy to get that shot, set it up, and now, with the new software, you can just swipe it. You don't even have to, before you used to have to fly over it, point the camera down, and then fly back and all adjust everything. But now you can just swipe and then hit go, and then that just adds, I just do that for a few seconds just to get that motion and not have to worry about it. But with the Air 2S, you don't have those side sensors, so it's a little more risky. So that's where you really need to work on your manual piloting skills. And so overall, I think you definitely need to work on doing everything manually. But it's really convenient to have some of those things. Active tracking is pretty fun, I think.
And and it depends on what you're doing. if you're doing a job and you have to have an absolute perfect circle and you're not good at doing it, then by all means do it. Just for the things that I do, I never use it. Sean, your thoughts?
I usually fly my drones in manual mode as well. The auto modes that can get some pretty cool results, but there's nothing more satisfying than a smooth orbit manually. I think it's awesome.
Right. And do you guys agree from a cinematic standpoint to never do a complete circle?
Yeah, never do a complete circle.
Never do a complete. I mean, do a complete. Go around 8 times if you want, but
and then pick
the best one and edit out the rest of it. Because when you're watching commercials or movies and they do those types of moves, it's always for like 3 seconds.
Boom.
You got to leave the people wanting more.
Yeah, people attention span is terrible, so you got to do boom, 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 boom.
Especially in YouTube land.
Yeah.
Because you as a new drone owner, and there are some new drone owners watching, you get that perfect. You're like going around the water tower. Oh, this is great. This looks great. It looks great to you. It looks great to us for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It looks great to you for 10 minutes. So just use it sparingly. So the other thing was that you mentioned in the video that you don't calibrate your compass every time. And that I have to tell you, I disagree 1,000%, especially if you have your drone in a vehicle. Now, you drove to the lake. You don't live on the lake, right?
Right.
So if you have your drone in a vehicle to go anywhere, always calibrate every single time. You don't have to do the IMU, but always calibrate the compass.
So let's backtrack.
Yeah.
So you said if the software, if you're not supposed to fly over water, there would be a switch that on the software that says I'm flying over water, flip the switch. Right. At the same time, then why wouldn't it say calibrate the compass if I needed to calibrate the compass?
Good question, because there's also not a warning that pops up that says don't fly like a dumbass. It doesn't say, hey, don't fly into that building, you dumbass.
Where's that switch?
Yeah, I know we need that
dumbass.
Switch. I mean, would the controller be too heavy to hold if they did all the dumbassatry that they would have to do to keep everybody from doing stuff? But no, that's just good advice. It doesn't hurt anything to calibrate the compass. It makes you a little dizzy, sure, but do you think that it had anything to do with the compass calibration?
No, not at all.
No. So it was just you flew it right in there.
I just flew right into the water. But here's the thing. One thing I did notice that day when I was flying earlier, when I was coming back one time, I don't know if it was the first battery or second battery, but I was coming back, I was going full speed. I was flying, at me. And the Air 2S would go like every 5 seconds, it would dip down and then it would go up. And then it would dip down and then it'd go up. Like, I don't know if I've never seen that before. So I don't know if.
How often do you do your IMU?
Something was screwed up. Oh, let's see. I did that one. I couldn't tell you. Probably a month ago.
Okay.
And it's probably had 10 flights on it. So
okay. If you have any trouble at all with anything, you should do the IMU. Do you know the trick to getting a fat? Because the IMUs have to warm up when you turn on your drone.
I didn't know that. I just do it.
Yeah, it's not instant. It depends on temperature.
Okay.
If it takes a long time for your drone to grab satellites and everything, it's because you calibrated your IMU when it was too warm. Always do it in a cool place, an air-conditioned room. Some people in the early days, before they knew any better, would put their drone in the refrigerator, and then they would do it. But don't do that. Just do it in a nice air-conditioned room, and then when you calibrate it in the cool room, then when you're outside in a hot environment, then it doesn't have to go past the temperature. It doesn't have to go. If you calibrate in 90 degrees, then you have to wait for it to warm up to 90 degrees before the computer says we're okay.
Gotcha.
So anyway, there's a little helpful hint today.
I learned something new today.
Yeah. Am I Joshua Bardwell? Did we all learn something today? So Sean, you seem awfully quiet over there, but you're nodding. So you agree with everything?
Yeah, I'm just listening to this. One thing I did want to say actually was these 2 videos is actually one of the reasons why I love 51 Drones as a channel, because it's an experience thing, if that makes sense. Russ isn't someone that sort of hides errors or anything else like that. He actually wants us to learn through him It's a bit like your video where you had the interaction with the officer where on one of the points you were flying, and I really enjoyed that, not just because of the storytelling of it, but because you went back, you researched it, you found out some more information, and then you told the whole story and gave the advice on what to do if that happens to you. And I feel like that's happened with these two videos, and that we've also gone on the journey with you. But yeah, that is one of the reasons why I think it's a genuinely great channel.
Oh, thank you. There's some benefit to making a lot of mistakes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, none of us are perfect, and we're all learning along the way. Some of us a little bit further ahead than others, and we can show the ones coming up behind learning that, hey, I did this and that sucked, so maybe you shouldn't do that,
Right.
But yeah, I like your genuine. It's not an insult to say almost an aw shucks kind of approach. But it's that Midwest, North Dakota kind of, I'm just a everyday American kind of trust me kind of. You got that face, Russ. You got that. Look at my face. I got like I'm a douche kind of face. Look, right. But you got to trust me. Look, I'm just your average dad there. I got kids just like you. Right.
Goofball face.
Right. So all right, fine. So final takeaway on you losing your Air 2S. What valuable lessons would you like to impart?
Don't fly with a hot iPhone.
Right.
Stay in the shade if you can, but sometimes even if you stay in the shade, it's still going to be too hot and it's going to cause trouble. If your screen's too dim, bring it home. I mean, bring your drone home and fly later, or let your phone cool off or whatever. That was probably, I would say that was the root of everything, because I couldn't see that I was decreasing my altitude. I was flying forward. So I was flying blind. So that was very irresponsible of me. Again, a little more confident being over the water, not having anything to worry about. I would not have done that, on a city street or whatever, but definitely, if you can't see what your drone sees, then you need to bring it home. Secondly, visual line of sight. I had only lost visual line of sight very briefly. And so all I would have had to do is bring it back, but still I did lose it. So, you need to see where you are. And so those two things are the biggest contributors. I think a lot of people inadvertently, especially thumbers, pull back on their stick and they don't even realize it. And so,
And all kidding aside, that's one of the reasons why I pinch, is because when you're a thumber, you tend to rest your hand. And when you rest your hand, you pull your thumb along with it. If you're pinching, then your other finger's like, thumb. No, you don't, thumb.
I agree.
It's kind of, but anyway, and the other thing, and many people might not know this, but all current modern DJI products will fly without a phone or a tablet. You don't need it. So if your screen goes blank, you still have control. It prioritizes that. So it's not dependent on an app or whatever. If it disappears, then just let go of the controllers. And if you don't have line of sight, go up, look for it, listen for it, and then if you have to, hit the return to home. And hopefully you've set the height properly, because boy, I didn't one time and I hit a casino. But that was a couple of years ago. See, I learned from that.
That was a fun one.
That was a fun one. Awesome. Hey, we got a new member. Northside Hawk Drone and Tech. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a new member. I think, what is that, 3 new members tonight? Yeah.
Yep.
Very good. They're in the Pigeon Jerky gang. Oh, the Pigeon Jerky gang. They're just, don't cross them. Pigeon Jerky, they got a secret handshake. I think you have to be beat in, like a typical gang. They beat you in. And boy, they'll cut you if you do them wrong, the Pigeon Jerky gang. You're going to have to get that Pigeon Jerky gang tattoo, though. Or is it a brand? I'm being told it's a brand now.
Brand.
Yeah. So, all right. Now, we got to get into some viewer videos in a minute, but you got another second to hang around, because somebody did actually send me a Would You Ride It. We haven't done this in a while. If you want to send a Would You Ride It, you can send it here, kenheronupload@gmail.com. You can send in your own videos as well to share. Make sure you include your music source, because, as we all know, YouTube is pretty finicky, and they will get butthurt if you start playing, like ZZ Top in your video. So use Epidemic Sound, man. Copyright free, Epidemic Sound, free trial links in the description, free 30 days sound effects, music. It's awesome. And they're always adding new stuff. If it's not epidemic, it's crap. That should be their slogan. It's not, but it should be. All right, so this Would You Ride It was sent to me by someone, and this is something that you may have seen already. It was out a couple of years ago, but this was sent to me by Derek Peary. It says, "Good day to you, Ken. Would you ride it?" And I'm sure you've heard of it, the Black Fly. Have you seen this thing? You've seen this before, haven't you? It's an eVTOL flying machine that was demonstrated at AirVenture this year in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. The Black Fly falls under the ultralight category. Only some training required. So, I haven't shown this in a while. It's still kind of cool. I would not ride it. Unless it was over water. And it does have a hole where you can land it in the water, apparently. So, your thoughts. Let me know in the chat if you would ride it or not. What do you think? Russ, would you...
I would ride it if it were very low to the ground.
Yeah.
I would stay, 10 feet above the ground and, like you said, above the water. I think that goes for any of these things because...
Yeah,
they're all just put together with duct tape and saran wrap.
Well, I mean, they are experimental aircraft, to be sure. You take your own life in your hands. Sean, your thoughts on that? Would you ride?
Something about the VTOL position would make me feel very uneasy. So it would be, I wouldn't like being at that angle where you can't see where you're going initially. I suppose you'd have to trust the tech, but probably not.
Jay Young says, "Hell yeah, with insurance." Gary H says, "No thanks." Ray Kelly says, "Never." Caliber, he says, "Yeah, I can't read that." Anyway, there you go. A lot of people would ride it. A lot of people would. Let's see, what else are people saying? Patrick Sutton says, "Nope." So I'm with Patrick. Thanks for sending that in. If you guys see any more new manned drones, which is kind of a misnomer. A drone isn't a drone if it's manned. You can send it here, though. Ken Heron Upload at gmail.com. So what's coming up on your channel that we should check out there, Russ? What are you working on?
Not a lot. There's this video that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and it's a, I don't know, I just had this idea about remote ID that came up after they announced remote ID, and I think it's, I don't know, now that I'm talking about it, I probably should do it. But speaking of that, did you see that, I'm going to get off topic here a little bit, but Race Day Quads submitted their complaint to the courts today.
Oh, I heard they were pursuing that.
Yeah.
And that's the latest with that?
Yeah. 70 pages long. It's quite a long document. But yeah, they finally filed it, and so we'll see where it goes and see what happens with remote ID. But yeah, I have an idea. It's like a story type video, and just to express my opinion in a fun way about the future of flying a drone when remote ID is active. So
what do you think about the future? Very quick, while we have both of you and everybody in the chat, let me know what you think, because there are some people that are saying, "Oh, the hobby's dying." And I get emails from people all the time like, "That's it, I'm selling my drone, I'm out. That's it, I'm done." No, absolutely. I agree. It's absolutely not. It's
going to change things and how we fly, but we're still going to be able to fly. It's not going to be, and everyone, I mean, there's a lot of people that will disagree, with this opinion. It's my opinion. You have your opinion. That's fine. But I think that we're still going to be able to enjoy the hobby. We're still going to be able to do a lot of the things that we can do now. It's just that, we're going to have a tracker on it. I do see some problem with having the general public know where you are as the pilot. But for the most part, I think most people aren't going to really care. If you're not doing something that, that's just definitely nefarious, then you shouldn't worry about it.
Right.
If your drone's hovering over someone's window, then the public should know where you are. But, if you're just out filming the mountains or whatever, who cares? No one's going to care.
You have less privacy with your phone.
Yeah.
Your phone tracks you. They know where you are. The government can turn on that camera and watch you take a poo-poo if they wanted to.
Yeah.
You're watching Netflix. They're watching you poop.
I get the idea, and I understand. I understand that people are not, privacy is a really really important thing for most people, and I get it, but it's not going to stop people from flying drones.
No.
It's too far. There's too many. It's gone too far now. It's not going to end the hobby. It can't.
It's the power of flight.
Yeah.
Especially in the FPV community, those guys are not going to stop. They don't care. They're like, how do you spell FAA? No, we don't care. No, most of them are responsible, but there are a few. There are a few that are like, whatever. They don't even give it a second thought. And the trouble is, and I will mention this. I think I mentioned this before, but I've been fortunate enough to be selected by the FAA to be on their to represent the entire hobby on their drone safety roundtable meetings.
Did you really?
Yeah, the first one is. Didn't I tell you that? Oh yeah, the first one is on Friday the 13th. So
next Friday.
Yeah, so
cool.
I'll be the guy in there going, yeah, but what about FPV, guys?
That's pretty cool.
What about that? So I hope I can be a good representative of the hobby.
Absolutely.
I that's what I endeavored to do, but
I think you'll do great.
I hope so, but man, I'm gonna. The letters F, P, and V will be coming out of my mouth quite a bit.
Yeah,
they seem to be the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, for sure.
That are ignored a lot of times because, and I know some FAA people who have no idea what FPV is. They just, it's a drone, then lump it in with everything else. It's totally different. Totally different. So I hope to be the voice of reason in there. But
so anyway,
I don't think it's going to change. I mean, it's going to change, yes, but it's not going to go away. And I don't know how many billions of dollar industry it is, and it's only growing. Sean, what about over there in Europe? Is the hobby dying?
Well, I think there's a couple of key things in the next 3 to 4 years that will determine the future of the hobby. I think firstly, UTM and how that's actually deployed is going to be vital from the point of view of how much freedom we have as pilots and how controlled the airspace will become, and whether paid pay-per-fly and that type of thing ever becomes a thing. And I think the other thing is actually the general attitude over your side of the pond that could even affect us actually towards DJI as the major stakeholder manufacturer-wise. I think if the negativity continues towards that, we may see them start to pivot even away from drones from within 5 to 10 years because they just can't access that upper tier enterprise level of the US market, which is a huge marketplace. And of course, with the Inspire models and Mavic 2 Pros upwards is very much something that they've made a lot of money in. So I think those two things could be fairly key.
Yeah, and let me ask you this, Russ and Sean. Now that Amazon has admitted that they're not going to be able to deliver our tube socks, are the rest of the billionaire companies going to kind of fall by the wayside and say, you know what? That's all right. We don't need to do drone delivery, because one of the whole reasons why they were talking about, remember they were talking about like taking over some of our 400 and below? They were like, no, we need a little bit of that. Maybe it'll be 300. Maybe it'll be 200. That was all because the FAA was like making room for the deliveries. So now that doesn't seem going to be a thing in our lifetimes. Eventually it will be. But will that open things up? What do you think?
I think that it's just the beginning. I think I don't know if they'll completely give up on it, but it's very interesting that you say that, because when I read that story, I'm like, well, so now it's FedEx and all the other smaller, like, what about the smaller companies? Like, there's some local businesses. Are they gonna, because of the rules, and what's going to be the effect on remote ID? if they decide not to do this. So, yeah, very, very interesting. When I saw that, I'm like, no way.
Comes down to money, right? If it's cost prohibitive for the government or anybody, then they won't do it. But, UPS was it that got the first Beyond Visual Line of Sight waiver. And so now what are they going to do with that? I mean, maybe they will, just to stick it to Amazon, start delivering stuff,
Sure. But I think there'll still be some trials. Some people will still try some things, but yeah, that's a big one. So we'll see.
Yeah. Awesome. And Sean, what do you think? Deliveries in metropolitan areas of blood and defibrillators, sure, yeah, that's awesome. But again, you're not going to get. I need the widget. I'm going to spend $12. Right. You're going to land in my lawn with a $100,000 drone to deliver my $12 item? I don't think so.
Right.
Well, the Amazon story is a little bit misleading, and there's some more information behind that, which actually I'm making a video on for next week, actually, where it isn't really Amazon saying it's the end of drone delivery, even in the UK or anywhere. They're basically restructuring how that's going to happen, and I think what is going to happen is when Amazon and everybody else started it, like you say, for the PR reasons, etc. With the UK was one of the first home drone delivery areas, and it was ridiculous. You had to put a giant QR code in your garden, and it would like drop something out, but it was only if you're within 15 minutes flight of the warehouse,
right.
And pre-booked it 7 weeks ago so that the camera crew could be there, etc.
Right.
Wow.
But I think back then they were thinking that. What I think has happened, and the information that I'm getting, is that they're now looking for it to be innovation-led. So essentially, because there are so many small companies that are setting up these trials, they're now sitting back. They've tried it that way and it didn't work 100%. But they're now sitting back. And what I would expect to see is perhaps someone like Manor, who are successfully delivering groceries in Ireland at the moment for a grocery store called Tesco. I would expect one of those, whichever the first company of that type that really gets successful at it, whether that's 5 years or 40 years, I think Amazon will just snap them up very, very quickly.
Sure.
And then push that out through their network. I
it
think
will also take
the UPS thing could work in the short term, because of course they're talking about the final mile coming out the top of a van, that type of thing, etc. So I think the gimmicky side will stay there with people like UPS, but I think Amazon are waiting for the market to drive the innovation. A little bit like Elon Musk with his Hyperloop thing, where he's basically said, we've built the Hyperloop track. Now we're going to let any company design the best cart to go on there, basically. So I think it's switching the innovation from that point of view of saying, it's not working trying to do it internally with this group of people, and they did recruit the wrong people. So let's open it up and let's see what happens out there in the marketplace.
Right. It's going to take a quantum leap in battery technology too before any of this happens, because right now it's cost prohibitive. If there's like a graphene battery or the magic 8-ball battery or whatever magic stuff that people come up with, anti-gravity motors, whatever, I'll be long dead before that happens. But the next iteration of that's when all the next battery technology, that's the most important thing, because that's when everybody will get an electric car. And that's when drones could just hover for weeks.
That's it. I attended a seminar this week on UTM in the UK, and talking about how UTM can happen. And they were putting benchmarks of 2030 for this to happen and 2024 for this to happen. And one of the things, halfway through, I was quite worried, because if all these things happen by 2030, the hobby is going to be really, really restricted. But then they brought up the benchmarks that need to happen by 2024. And it was things like, the magic leap in batteries. And it's like, you can't put a date on that. You can't say, oh, this is going to happen by 2024. It will happen when the innovation happens. So I then became a lot more relieved, because some of the benchmarks that need to happen for all these things to happen are literally like magic at the moment, essentially, and you cannot put a timeline. One or two of those benchmarks might be hit in the next few years, but all of them to be hit, it's going to take 10 years. Look at Tesla with the automated car. We all thought by now we would be driving Teslas fully automated. We would just be getting in with our cup of coffee in the morning, go to the office, please, Tesla. And of course, because of tragedy, because of setbacks, etc., that's put them back 10, 15, 20 years. The first drone to fall out of the sky on one of these trials and hit someone's car, or the first sort of CNN picture of a delivery drone hanging out of someone's roof, that's going to put them, and it's going to happen. It has to happen just from the law of averages at some point, and physics and everything else like that. But the first time that happens, it's going to set them back 5-10 years. What I hope is that the regulators don't get silly with the regulation to prepare for that. I hope they say we're not going to change the regulation until the drone delivery trials reach this point.
That's the problem, because innovation always outpaces legislation, and you can't, as the FAA, you can't try to anticipate the innovation that's going to come down. You have to just wait for it to happen, see what sticks, and then 5 years later make a law or a rule about it. That's the way that has to go.
Exactly.
Anyway, Russ, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for having me. It's been a while.
And I think we've learned a lot about flying over water today.
Yes, we have.
Can we mention what we talked about? We can't. Okay.
No, but you're going to have to subscribe to my channel and find out what we talked about.
Oh, but you're going to mention that on your channel?
Well, when it happens, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I will allude to the fact that there might be a happy ending after all, but you'll have to subscribe to Russ's channel.
Very good. Yes.
Look at that. Huh? Awesome, man.
Yeah. So we're not talking about the naked calendar.
No, that's already.
Well,
that's
I
already
need
out.
to talk to you about that, by the way.
Yeah, we made a deep fake naked calendar of Russ. That's what we did. Hey, man, thank you so much for being on. I appreciate it, bud.
Always a pleasure, man.
All right, see you later.
Later.
All right.
See you, Russ.
Bye.
All right, awesome. How about Russ, man? We need to have him on more often.
Yes, sir. 100%.
He's so cool. He always wears that hat too. I wonder why.
I think it's part of his brand.
Yeah. I used to wear a hat all the time when I was young, when my hair was dark. I don't know why I did that. I should have celebrated it. And now.
Rejoiced.
Yeah.
Rejoiced in the dark locks, yes.
Right, now.
Look at this.
Freaking
Look at
Anderson
this.
Cooper. Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into the viewer videos, shall we?
Awesome. Yes.
And we've got this to give away.
Oh.
This was sent to me by William Adkins. Thank you so much for sending this. It's a little toy. It's not anything. You're not going to start a business with this, but you can annoy the cat with it.
Yep.
So this will fly. It'll get you some practice. Maybe get a young kid interested in the hobby, and you can get it stuck in your sister's hair. That's always fun. So that'll be the prize. How do we give it away? I don't even know. I didn't come up with a contest. What do we do? Okay. All right. How about this? We just do very simply. Pick me! I'll pick someone. Sean will pick someone. And then I will flip the coin of destiny. It'll be very simple. All right. Now I got slow mode on. It's still going pretty fast. So that's awesome. All right. I'm going to pick. You got someone?
I have.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to pick. By the way, do you know what this music is from, Sean? It's an American show.
No, I don't.
You
I
don't?
know the music very well because a lot of people use it as like a
A lot of people do?
Yeah, I've heard this on a few shows.
Oh, well, then I'm not going to use it anymore.
Yeah. Oh.
No, use it. Come on. It's great music. Okay, I've picked someone. All right, now don't say who it is. Or maybe we should. Okay, who did you pick?
If we've chosen the same person, it might be a bit awkward.
Oh, if we've chosen the same person, I'll be honest about it. I will give that person $20 cash.
Okay.
All right.
Well, this name
like
stuck
reaching
out to me 'cause it's a
reaching
cool
into
name.
the pocket of the host from this show. Okay, who did you pick?
Mr. FPV.
You are kidding me.
Did it stick out to you as well?
That is who I picked. I'm being honest. That is who I picked, Mr. FPV.
It's a cool name.
Wow, $20 for you, buddy. Wow. I mean, I could lie. I could have lied, but that's who I picked. That's the first time that's ever happened. That's fantastic. We should have written them down. That would have been more dramatic, wouldn't it?
That would have been awesome, wouldn't it?
Oh, that was fantastic. Mr. FPV, congratulations. You got this. And if you email me your PayPal, I will give you $20 cash, just like that.
Well done, sir.
Email me here, kenheronupload@gmail.com. Congratulations. Wonderful. That's a quick little contest. And now we can get into these cool viewer videos. Now, this first one, it's very short, but I watched it several times, and I'm not sure if it's real or not.
Okay, that's interesting.
I apologize to Tony. I thank Tony for sending it in, but I'm I'm on the fence. Okay, so watch this and let me know what you think. He says, I thought you may like to see a bird that was tracking my drone. And he also says, I'm really impressed with the Mini 2. So this was done with the Mini 2. And this is a bird following his drone. Watch this. And you tell me if you think it's real or not. Does it look green screened to you? Maybe?
Now, only because I've had a very similar looking shot myself, I think that's actually real.
Do you? Okay. The only reason I say that
because when I got my footage, I thought to myself, "Oh, it looks like the bird superimposed somehow."
Yeah,
obviously,
that's
I knew
what I
it was real
thought.
because it was my own flight.
People are like, fake.
Fake.
I think it might be real, and the only reason I say that is because the Mavic, the Mini 2, has a fixed focus. You know, it doesn't do depth of field. So let's watch it again. All right, you tell me what you think. And I was also looking at the frame rate. I mean, if it was fake, the bird would be more centered, right? So I'm thinking it's real.
Yeah. If it's fake, it's a lot of work, but hey, we've had that recently.
Right. But thank you very much for sending that in, Tony. That was really cool. If it's not fake. All right. This next one is from Mark, and I love it when they put a pronunciation key next to it. Mark Pasilio. Although I'm pretty good at Italian names. I grew up in an Italian neighborhood in Philadelphia.
I'm not going to do the accent.
Philadelphia? In Philly?
I'm not going to do the accent because I think it sounds more like I'm going to New York. Yeah, I'm doing the York.
That sounds like Transylvania.
Yeah. Want to suck your blood.
One person from Philadelphia. Okay. Hey, Ken, here's a video I took while on vacation this week. I live in Edinburgh, PA, and we head up to the family camp in Sinclairville, New York, for some R&R. Just this year, these giant wind turbines have been sprouting up all over the area, as you can see in the video. The music is not crap. It's epidemic sound. Very good. They are a sponsor of the show. Check out the link in the description. And that's from Mark Pasilio. These are wind turbines. Check it out. Aren't these just fun to film?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Break it down now. Oh, yeah.
And whilst you visit, you can get some free roadkill for your lunch.
True, yeah. Because birds are kind of dumb. Wind turbines are just huge. Thank you very much, Mark Basilio, for sending that in. Some wind turbines there. That was fun. First time I flew through a wind turbine was with my Phantom 3. Where I just squeaked by. And you should always, if you're going to get close to them, like you can film them from the road. If you're going to go right up to them, get permission. I didn't. I just, this was back in 2015.
There is a video, isn't there, of that on your channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember literally.
Yeah. It was really close. And I flew like 2 miles away. There was a fence to hop. That would have been a bad afternoon. Would have been bad. Oh, yeah, always get permission. All right. You ever been to Trinidad? How far away is Trinidad from you?
No, I've been to Barbados, but not Trinidad.
Okay. This is from our buddy Renan T, who is in Trinidad. And you know you want to see a Trinidadian trash heap, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Do you think Trinidad trash is prettier than American trash?
That's hard to say.
Let's find out together.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Trinidad. He says, "Hey Ken, I recorded this video of the landfill of Trinidad. It's a small city with 106,000 residents. Trinidad is the start of the Amazon. At the time, I was wearing my flip-flops, so if my Phantom 4 Advanced had any problems, it would have been a true pain in the ass to retrieve it. The birds seen in the footage are vultures that have enough food on the ground not to be interested in the drone, and there are also small numbers of falcons in there. The music is a friend playing the French horn, so no problem with copyright. I hope you can share it on TNL. Renan." Still, I wouldn't fly with all those birdies.
Nope.
Oh, if only we could get the odor.
TNL in Scratch-O-Vision.
Yeah. Scratch and sniff-o-vision. Wow, that's a lot of garbage.
That's epic.
Doesn't look like there's any rhyme or reason. Like, hey, where do you want to put the garbage? Right here. Right here is fine. Yeah. That's great. Thank you. Did we get a new member? We got a couple new members. Oh my goodness. Jeff Collins? Is that Phil's brother? Thank you so much for becoming a member of the Heron Birds. And Harley FPV. Welcome to the Heron Birds. That's wonderful. So our goal every show is 10 new members, but you know what? Half is nice as well. And thanks again to Ren and T for sending this in. You know what? After all that garbage, I probably, and I can almost smell it. I can almost taste it. You know, all the way from Trinidad. So let's go ahead and step into the Raz chamber. Oh, good times. Yes. This is where we all hop into the purple and blue goo, where everything is all right, and I put on my authentic English accent. Yes, I sound like someone who's from London. Right? I'm not overdoing it, am I?
Not at all, no. I don't think you're overdoing the British accent one little bit.
It's oh so subtle. Goodness, let's all get our feet in here. Our royal feet, and we'll just splish splash around. And let the purple and blue goo wash over you and cleanse your soul, centering your chi. Oh, there is one rule only here in the Raz chamber, and what is that, sir?
No double parking?
Something else, I believe.
I believe it's no farting.
No farting in the Raz. Now enjoy. Sunrise Water Media? What the hell is wrong with you, man? Come on!
Chris.
Come on! You know him?
Yeah, his name is Chris. He's a very talented guy with audio and media. He's on Ready Set Drone quite a bit.
And he's a farter.
He is. He's a smelly one.
And a rule breaker. Man. All right. I don't know why these people continue to break the rules right after I say there's one rule. Just one. It's not a whole list. There's not the 10 commandments of the Raz. Just one. And anyway.
It's almost as if they've seen a no drone sign or something, isn't it? You know.
Almost. You know, for those kind of rule violators, I'm gonna have to call the drone police. Look at this. Look what somebody did. That's awesome.
Oh man.
That's the best DJI FPV POS I have seen ever. Look at that. What a brilliant idea. That's awesome. They even took the lights and made them like cop lights.
Superb.
Isn't that great?
Pull over. You farted in the Raz. Over.
Gotcha at gunpoint. That is fantastic.
Genius. Is it? It looks like it's made out of Play-Doh.
That was awesome. Okay. So many of you, if not all, hopefully all of you who watch this channel, you also know about some fellers at Rotor Riot. You've heard of Rotor Riot? No, never heard. Okay, yeah, of course you have. Well, they came up with this drone, this FPV drone that's just amazing. It was an experiment because they like to experiment by building these things. But I'm going to play a little bit of their video. There's a link to the full video in the description. But this is called the Bone Drone.
What? This is Bone Drone! Hold up. The world's skinniest drone! Oh my god! That was so cool! The roll is ridiculous. That's awesome. Oh my god. The roll is so funny! Wait, how's it yaw?
I mean, it doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel great, but it's there.
Watch this. Watch what you can
just kind of go for it.
do with a thin drone. Look at this.
Oh, there's a hole. Kind of.
Oh my God!
That was good.
It's like a spear just coming. God, like watching it was so. That's it.
Wow. Isn't that awesome? What a
It
fun
is
day.
awesome. I love Drew's passion.
Yeah.
It's one
of these days, they'll invite me to go hang out with them. I was supposed to one day.
Did you hang out with them at one of the events?
Oh, Rampage, yeah. I mean, but everybody did. I want to,
Bit of one-on-one time.
Yeah, I want to go on one of their adventures with them. But that's really cool. But that's the propellers are just offset enough to where you can have a little bit of stability. But when you do those knife edge, here.
No.
Yeah. Well, one day you'll be a cool kid and you'll do FPV. But to go through a thin spot like a tree or something, you go like that. Get the momentum, go up, and then just kind of go through knife edge like that. You can just go straight through with that bone drone. They should, if they sold that on their channel, on their store, I would buy a bone drone. Who would buy a bone drone? Let me know. Would you buy a bone drone? What a great name for it too. There was something else that I wanted to say. Oh, now, Sean, have you been watching my drone crash compilations?
I have.
Yeah. People seem to enjoy that. And I've got a lot of contributors, many more than I thought that I would get. And apparently people would buy the bone drone. Awesome. So there's going to be a volume 4. There might even be a volume 5 because I've been sent so many. But so here's an example of what you'll see on the next one. This is from Kirk. There you go. Kirk Chase and his buddy. Going awful fast.
Finally crashed. You fucking deserved it. He deserved it.
That's a friend, isn't it?
This happens when you fly irresponsibly.
That's a friend, right? You deserved it.
Yeah.
Not, oh man, I'm sorry about your drone, bud. You deserved it. You piece of bleep. I forgot to edit that, but all right, I only have a couple videos left, and then Alexa, what time is it in London?
In London, it's 2:52 a.m.
Oh, we got to get Sean to sleep.
It's early yet.
We got to get him to sleep. Okay. This is going to be fun. This is from Mike, a.k.a. Copper State Aerial Photography. He says, howdy, Ken. My wife and I were driving back from a weekend with the family and drove past a lineup of tractors. I thought, hey, that would be great to film them with the Mavic 2 Zoom. So here is what I put together. I hope you enjoy it. And by Mike, a.k.a. Copper State Aerial Photography. So check out these tractors. Ooh, 1956 Gleaner Baldwin. You don't see those much anymore.
I haven't seen any one of those for
1958
years.
Massey Harris? No way. All right, I'm going to spice this up with a few tractor jokes. Okay, Sean?
Okay, sir.
All right. Hey, I haven't seen that new film, The Tractor, yet, but I've seen the trailer. I thought the local farmer was a magician when his tractor turned into a field. Local farmer has been using a vehicle to make crop circles that are perfectly round. I think he has a pro tractor. A friend of mine used to love farm machinery. Now he's great at sucking all the air out of a room. He's an ex-tractor fan. I like that one a lot. Hey, my friend's girlfriend left him for a tractor salesman. She sent him a John Deere letter. Sean, how did the farmer find his missing cow?
I don't know.
He tracked her down. Woo! I'm here all week. Try the veal. Tip your bartender and your waitress. Wonderful video. Thank you so much for sharing and for allowing me to do my nightclub act on top of it. All right, wonderful. Sean, what do you got coming up on your channel that we should all be interested in? There's a link in the description to your channel as well.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. Well, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. UK time, we are live, which we're trying on a Friday. And tomorrow night, we're going to be talking about tips on how to fly, how to find places to fly in the UK, because we've got a little bit of a thing going on here in the UK about landowner permission and that type of thing, which is becoming more and more relevant to our drone laws here. And so, we're going to be giving some tips on how to find some cool places to fly your drone.
Is it the UK or just Scotland that has that rule that says you can just trample over other people's property?
Yeah, it isn't quite like that, but they have a different trespass law. So yeah, the rights of way are very different up there, but it isn't quite that you can do what you want, but you don't have the overall rights that you do have in England.
So it is Scotland where they're like, hey, you need to get from over there? Sure, go ahead and walk across my lawn. It's cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Get off my lawn.
But like, can you just walk across it very slowly and fly your drone? You know what I mean? Like, it's very subjective. Like, I'll do my terrible Scottish accent. I was walking across the lawn just to get to the girls, and I just took my time. I can't do it. I wish I could do a better Scottish accent. I'm sorry.
That wasn't bad, actually. That wasn't too bad.
It's more. I turned it into Irish. Love the Irish accent. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. The viewer video of the week is right here. Ooh. You want to watch it right now?
Oh, yes, please.
Nah, can't do that because we have to talk about remotepilot101.com. Jason Schappert. That good-looking, smooth-talking Jason Schappert with the 2 watches. Yes, sir. remotepilot101.com. You want to be all legal schmeagle? You only have 1 watch, man. Can't hold a candle. remotepilot101.com. Use Heron 18 to get a 30% discount. That knocks the price down to $104, and you get a lot of learning for that. That's a one-time fee, and then you're good to go for life. That is the place to get your lessons on how to become a Part 107 pilot. It's really easy, because once you pass your initial test, you still have to go to a PSI center and pass the initial test and pay the whatever the hell money, $165. But after that, then your recurrent test, it ain't nothing. And you can keep up to date with all of the latest questions that are taken, sample test questions on remotepilot101.com. I'm seeing all the Jason Schappert emoticons. Let me move this for a second. Look at him. There he is. There you go, remotepilot101.com. They are updating it all the time. Jason Schappert is fresh back from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And man, what a great time he had out there. Next year I'll go. And hopefully, one day soon, they'll have remotepilot101.uk. Hopefully. Anyway, there you go. Heron 18. Check it out. Also check out the remotepilot101.com M0A YouTube site and subscribe. Love you, mean it. Thank you. All right. Now you want to see the viewer video of the week? Nah, not yet. Nah, because I think this isn't a full train. This is just a trolley.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did want to mention some other super chats and thank them very much before we get on out of here. Erida Imagery. I'm saying that wrong. $5. Thank you. The subtitles reminded me of the Thursday night Benny Hill, and I'm not 50 yet. Oh, Benny Hill, man. For those who don't know, Sean, who was Benny Hill?
Benny Hill was a very funny sort of character, physical comedian who was very well known for little chase scenes. It was little music, and he would be being chased or chasing scantily clad ladies.
He liked the boobies, didn't he? Like the boobies?
He did. It was a great way for dads up and down the country to watch and to say, I'm watching it for the comedy.
That's right.
It's not the subtitles. It's the comedy.
Right. Can they show full breastages on UK TV?
We have a watershed here in the UK, so after 9 p.m. You can show more, but it has to be in context and that type of thing.
Oh, in context. Okay.
Although we do have two channels here in the UK where topless ladies basically sit there talking on the phone to people that call in.
Brilliant. I'm going to start a YouTube channel of that. Levi Schaefer, $10. Thank you. Looking for a tutorial on how to hook up a second pair of goggles for a DJI FPV drone. Following your lead and going to elder care facility to get some pilots in the air while they are in a wheelchair. That's a great idea. My friend Doris, she is 103, and I took her for a ride on an FPV quad, and she loved it. So yes, as far as the DJI FPV goggles, Sean, do you have an answer to that?
I think there is actually a tutorial in your. Didn't you do that with someone's son, and you hooked up the second set of goggles?
That was just to make that was just to make the Mini 2 have goggles.
But, okay, that's right. Sorry.
If you have goggle support and you just wanted to add some goggles, I think there is a way to daisy chain them through a device or something. But just get a second pair of goggles if you can. Northside Hawk Drone and Tech with what's A? Anyway, it's $1.49 of A. And I think that's the first time that they've contributed. Thank you so much. And I mentioned the new members. And Alexis is back with the $5. I love your channel, Russ. There you go. That's for when Russ was on. And we thank him. And Jeff Collins, thank you again for becoming a member of the Heron Birds. Tim Rayhan with the $10. Past my Par 107, thanks to Heron 18 and RemotePilot101.com. That is fantastic. Big deal, too. Congratulations to you. Now you're all official. And that would be it. Thank you to everybody. Now it's time. You want to see it now? Viewer video of the week?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But first, Sean's interpretive dance. And go. How long would you have kept it going if I just kept the music going?
At this time in the morning, probably quite a long time. Although I might have sort of like the next day, I'll be like, was that a dream? Did I dance?
I think you danced. I think you danced the last 2 times you've been on here. Okay, here's somebody that just wants me to pronounce their name. Oh my goodness! Thank you for the super chat. $10 from Ameripino channel.
Ameripino.
Oh, Ameripino. Oh, yes, of course. American and Filipino, right? An Ameripino. Very good. Awesome. Thank you very much for contributing. The stickers is somebody pounding the floor and saying "law." I don't think I've seen that one before. $10. Appreciate it. All right. Now, you want to see the viewer video of the week?
I do.
Nah. No, yes, of course. And it is brought to you by, and thank you very much for providing the prize. You know, if you make the viewer video of the week, you get a prize from freewellgear.com. They are a sponsor of Minefield 2.0, August 21st this year. Sean's coming, right?
In spirit.
In spirit. So this is a very quick little video, but it is super interesting.
Ooh.
He says, Ken, we were just flying around an area behind a shopping center at sunset, just getting some flight time in before we had to be somewhere else, and spotted what looked like a white building out in the middle of nowhere. Naturally, we had to fly out into the sunset to find out what it was. And by the way, the winner is Lee Bessing. Congratulations, Lee Bessing. So, it's Epidemic Sound, of course, because it's not crap. And he says, they always have whatever music or effects that I need to set the right mood for my videos. And that is true. Please check it out. Even if you don't sign up, just check it out so that you know what you're missing. All right? So here it is, the viewer video of the week with what I call an unusual thingamabobahoozer thing. What's it? Turns out this is the San Antonio Sat Vortec beacon used to aid aircraft navigation. It uses VHF to enable aircraft with a receiving unit to determine their position and stay on course by receiving radio signals transmitted by a network of these. Isn't that interesting?
That's very cool. I like how this high-tech machinery has a little white picket fence around it.
Yeah, right. That was very short. I'll play it again. Let me share that one more time. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere, yet there's a fence. Because one of the locals would be like, "Hey, you want to go out that thing of a bob and shoot it?" Or whatever, If you just walked up on that, would you even know what the hell it is?
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
It's kind of out of context.
Yeah, totally.
That is a weird thing. Wow.
I wonder how many local parents have told their kids about, it's the aliens or something. But I bet there are some cool stories about what it actually is that sort of circulate around the kids in the area.
Right. When the new kid moves there and he's out in his huffy, he happens upon it and he's like, and then he gets too close and he starts losing hair and going sterile. Yeah. It transmits UHF, so it can't, and it's on the ground, so it can't be that powerful. But anyway, so I guess that's it. That's it. I got one more video I wanted to share.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. No, this is awesome. Max Air 420, and I'm sorry I didn't play this earlier. Max Air 420. He was what? What is it?
Sorry, I just want to say, because we have had a bit of Max Air 420 content on recently, and I'm a big follower of his, so everyone should get over there and 100% subscribe to him. He's under 1,000 subscribers still, and he flies the way he does.
Oh, well,
how is that possible?
That's a crime.
Yeah.
And this video is very interesting. He was filming some guys removing a tree across from his house, I believe, when FPV happened. So enjoy this. And so, when you're flying FPV, the only way to point the camera down is to fly up and point it down. He did it just in time. That's good timing right there to get that juicy crash.
That's satisfying.
They're very satisfying. You gotta wonder if these guys are on board with it, Did he ask him? He just started filming them? But he does it again. Here's another one. Yeah!
Skills.
Very cool. But then, tragedy. Whoa! Aw, hell. Oh. What are you going to do now? What options do you have? You are screwed! Right? I mean, of course. So, yeah.
Nice.
Super nice of the tree guys to do that.
And I noticed that you didn't have to zoom in on those subtitles because they were clear enough.
The drone god. Excellent. Oh.
That's awesome.
And then he did a good thing.
Dude, you're awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey! Wasn't that great?
Awesome, man. That's so cool.
That is wonderful. Good thing those tree guys were there and they were cool about it. And then I have one more very quickly. This is from Christopher Leisure. This is a close call. Whoop. No, I can't play that. Ah, balls. Do you know what that is? That is 6K footage directly out of the
right, okay.
Out of the Evo. And my player won't play it properly, but you can get the idea. You'll see that. Don't worry about it now. But thank you, Christopher Leisure, for sending that in. And if you have a crash that you would like to share, you can send it here. But please put in the subject "my crash" or "my drone crash" or "crash drone" or the word "crash" in there somewhere, because otherwise it'll be lost to the ether. Anyway, I guess that's about it. Sean, you get the last word.
Just to say thank you to all the wonderful members, and just remember that super chats that play during the closing credits are actually worth double.
Oh, they're loved double.
Yeah.
So you can still do that while we're, yeah.
In fact, I think you can get like a little mini train going during the credits, and the little girl who's now probably 30, singing.
If we have too many trains, people start taking the bus, and we don't want that.
No.
But thank you very much for watching, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Thank you very much to Jeff Sills for the news and Russ from 51 Drones. There's a link in the description. Thanks to Rotor Riot for sharing that cool video of the Bone Drone. And thank you very much, Sean, for staying up with us and for co-hosting, and for the rest of the Europeans watching live. Go to sleep. Thank you so much. Get your good 2 hours of sleep. And thanks to everybody else for all the support. It really does mean a great deal. It's the only way I can continue to do this. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being my friend. Until next time,
and bye.
As it.
enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, the killer of processed meat. I enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, and you give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, a killer of processed meat. Yeah. That was so funny.
You'll enjoy Thursday Night Live with Ken Heron and Kelly, Jeff and Ashley too. There'll be fun and quizzes and Kelly's misses. The bird is the word in the news. It's the #1 live stream, it's got pizzazz. There's only one rule, don't fart in the rats. If you think it's funny, super chat some money, 'cause TNL is here for you.